Hey guys, this is Accounting Nightmare, and this is our challenge mode run for Mogu'shan Palace. This is the fourth one that we did, and it wasn't too bad actually. I enjoyed it a lot more than Scarlet Halls anyway. There is something annoying at the start here. There's a patrol that spawns in a random spot. If it's in the wrong spot you have to stop right there and reset, because it'll be in your way. So yeah, it's that guy and that dog. They can be in a very bad spot. Yeah, we pull these two and we grab this big group. And at the start there I was stacking up a serendipity so I can start off with a greater heal on the tank. This trash hurts quite a bit. You want to do stuns. Once you're out of stuns you want to kite. Yeah, they put down these little lightning things, and I get banished for 6 seconds, which is a hell of a long time. We're lucky we didn't lose a tank there. You can interrupt the banish, it's called shock. But there's several people who do it, so that might not work. Yeah, the lightning circle, you just have to run out of that, and I was in one when I was banished, but I was banished so I didn't take any damage. Yeah, this group, we start off with stuns and cooldowns, and then we start kiting because oh my god they hurt, look at that. I use Guardian Spirit and Void Shift, and our Monk tank used everything he had. And at this point we just kite until they are dead pretty much. This boss you need to... I got stunned there, that's the first time I've ever been stunned by that trash, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, this boss you need to get close to him to activate the RP event, because you have to wait for that to finish before you can actually fight the boss. We try and activate them pretty early. Usually they activate as the trash is dying and I don't break combat to drink. That's okay. If you start this boss with pretty much no mana, it's doable because this first guy does almost no damage and you can actually gain mana from this guy. I can heal this with just heal, which is my super efficient, really weak heal. So this is an excellent time to regen mana. But this time I broke combat for a few seconds, so I was able to drink, which really helps us out later, as you'll see. So the dog randomly attacks people and stuns them, and pandas look really funny when they're stunned. That was hilarious. They stun them for 10 seconds, which is quite a long time. The tank can taunt the dog back, but the person will still be stunned for 10 seconds, and the dog doesn't melee for very hard at all, so you don't even need to do that at all. And for the second guy, these guys activate in a random order on Heroic and Normal, but on Challenge mode it's always the same order. So this guy you're going to have to ramp up your healing a little bit. He does a lightning bolt on the tank, which hits pretty hard. I think it's interruptible, I'm not sure, because my unit frames are a bit buggy in that respect. But a fun thing to do is to try and make sure the tank is topped up and then wind up a greater heal to land right after the lightning bolt. He also summons this little tornado that just goes freaking mental and goes flying around the place. Once it spawns, I like to get as far away from it as I can because you have no idea which way it's going to go. It might not go near you, and it might go flying right through your party. It's really fast, so it's hard to get out of the way, and does quite a lot of damage. Break out the flash heal if he hits anyone. He also does a magnetic field at low health, but we killed him so quick we didn't have to worry about that. So that's cool. The magnetic field just pulls everyone in. So how hard this guy is to heal depends on if he wants to use Traumatic Blow on the tank. He doesn't actually do it this time. You can just heal the tank, but Traumatic Blow, it hits the tank pretty hard and puts a debuff on him that reduces healing taken, so you'll have to break out the bigger, more inefficient heals to top him up and get him back in the safe zone. And he'll conflag a random person. He conflagged our tank there. If that happens, you want your DPS to run their asses off or they're going to get destroyed unless we've got some kind of good cooldown. So really keep an eye out for that. Then it does a meteor at low health. If you blow them up quick enough, you actually won't get the meteor at all. Yeah, for conflag you need to stay spread out or it'll spread to everyone. And when the boss is about to die, if you get conflag, you don't want to be on the stairs or you might fall through the world. Yeah, that's not fun. So here I usually need to drink. It takes a fair bit of time away from us, but I didn't need to drink because I've still got tons of mana here. I'm going to do an invisibility trick here. If you've got about 70% mana, you don't need to drink because you should regen it all by the time you get to the next boss. Yeah, so here you need someone to aggro that scout so he runs away, and then they need to be able to drop combat, so there's a few ways you can do that. We had our feral druid do it, and then he shadow melded to break combat. You can have a mage do it too, because he can use his own invisibility. You have to use 18-second invisibility pots here. And you jump over the railing, and here's the boss. I popped Guardian Spirit straight away on this guy, because the landing is pretty hard. And until those two guys get CC'd, the tank damage is really high. Yeah, we CC the guys on the far left and far right, the Oracle and the Hexer. And how difficult this guy is to heal depends on who he uses Reckless Inspiration on. So he buffs his ads, and they will break CC if they're CC'd. And you want to kill the Ironhide first, because he reduces the damage everyone else takes. The Skulker will stun your tank. It's just an annoying thing you have to deal with. Yeah, when he uses Reckless Inspiration on the Oracle or the Hexer, they will break out, and you need to interrupt them, because they do some nasty stuff. The Oracle does some heals, that's obviously you need to interrupt that, and the Hexer puts a really nasty dot on people called Hex of Lethargy. It does a lot of damage. You need to dispel that. And it does some upfront damage too, so try and make sure that no one's low. Sometimes they also like to just attack random people. They seem hard to tank. I'm not sure if they can be tanked. So try and keep everyone topped up. But for this boss, you can completely go at the end here, that's okay. So if you've got lots of spare mana here, help out with some damage if you can. Because you're going to get tons of time to drink pretty soon. Don't drink as soon as the boss is dead though, wait a little bit, you'll see why. Yeah, these two guys up here, you'll want to CC them. We do it as the boss is dying, just to save some time. Yeah, you CC them, and then run past. There's a pat that comes across here. Hopefully they won't be there when you have to run past. If they are, you'll just have to wait, you don't want to aggro them. And now for the elevator. The fun elevator boss. So as it's coming down, jump a whole lot just to make sure you're on the elevator, and then you can start drinking or doing whatever you need to do. You have tons of time to fill up, as you can see. You might encounter a desync bug where someone in your party encounters the elevator at a different time than everyone else. It's similar to a bug that was on Nefarian in Blackwing Descent with a lava raised for other people at different times. If that happens, try resetting the instance from outside. It happened to our hunter, and doing that managed to fix the problem for us. If that doesn't work though, I don't know what to do, sorry. It's a very annoying bug. Yeah, this pat, you don't want to aggro him, but you can slip right past. You don't even need stealth. If you've got a rogue for mass stealth, then you can slip past them quicker, but yeah, you can slip past in the corner, and if they're at the other end of their patrol, you can slip past by the other corner. Alright, to save some time, we try and aggro a whole bunch of stuff here. These two guys, we had a lot of time to spare this time, so we stopped and tanked them for just a little bit, soften them up, get some threat on the tank. Then we move forward and aggro this part. This is a complete prick to heal. There's tons of random damage going around. This is all about the group healing, while also trying to keep the tank up, so I chuck down my light spring, and don't be afraid to use your big AoE heals, like I use Divine Hymn. These flame cores, flame seekers, they do, it looks like a whirlwind. It's not a whirlwind, it's a big AoE ability. It'll hit you no matter where you are. If you can interrupt that, do it. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of healing here. Plus these mobs, they do a random charge at people. Just do some random damage around the place. So try and make sure no one is low, or you're going to have some real trouble. You can have someone just drop dead. Yeah, break out the cooldowns if you need here. And then we grab the dogs. We try and grab them as soon as we can. And I'll try and get away with not having to drink here. Kite these guys as much as you can, so that you can save as much heal and mana as you can. These guys, they have a lot of health, I think. They just seem to take forever to die. And again, any stuns or anything you have are very good here. yeah, they randomly pounce people. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but if they all pounce the same person, then that's going to hurt. So try and make sure that no one is low. And if you have the mana to spare, try and make sure your tank is full health at the end of this pull, so that you can start drinking and the tank will be safe to pull the boss. Otherwise you'll be drinking, the tank will be low health, and he'll die while you're still drinking. So I actually saved Void Shift for the end of that pull. It wasn't actually needed that much this time, but it's just a really nice precaution. Yeah, so this boss, he's just as crazy as he is on Heroic, but even more so. This is what all challenge mode bosses should be like, I think. It's very easy to just die in this fight if you're not paying attention. You gotta be pretty careful how you do it. Yeah, so he's got that AoE pulse that hits everyone. You just have to heal through that. He's got the big shockwave, look out for that. He's got the spinning blades going around the place, look out for those. He's got the fire circles, look out for those. And when he gets to, I think, half health, that's when the blade traps start up. You'll want to look at this video closely and see where you want to stand, that you'll be safe. And then you can stand in that safe spot and you should be okay. Because once they start up, they'll start hurting you really hard, really quick. And you will have like a second to get out of them before you drop dead. You've got to make sure you're already standing in a safe spot when they start up, or you'll be in quite a bit of pain. Yeah, that's all this boss is really, just dodging a whole ton of crap, doing lots of AoE heals. Yeah, this is my favourite safe spot, but you do have to be a bit careful with healing range. Make sure you're in range of everyone else. And that's Mogu'shan Palace. That was pretty fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.